Lovecraft Country, episode 1 in 3 minutes. To start off, Atticus returns home after being away in the US Army for 5 years, and god damn his workout routine is strong. He only returns home because he gets a letter from his father who hasn't spoken to him in 5 years and is apparently missing. When he returns home, he meets up with his uncle George to share the letter he got from his father. George reveals that he doesn't know where his brother went because he often disappears for weeks at a time. Atticus then finds out that his father disappears with a white man in a nice-ass car. That night that Atticus is home, we meet Letitia. Letitia comes home from God knows where because she's out of money and she needs a place to stay like always. She asked her sister to put her up, but her sister said no, only 2 days, and she doesn't want to do that, so she decides to go with George on his next trip. George and Atticus find out that Atticus's father is somewhere in Ardham County, Massachusetts. George then agrees to help Atticus in finding his father. In the morning, Atticus reunites with Letitia, his old-time friend from school. She reveals to him that she's coming with them on the trip. Worth noting that George wants to go on the trip because he wants to help Atticus and he also wants to further his Safe Negro Travel Guide. They set off on a journey to find Ardham County, Massachusetts, but Letitia wants to be dropped off halfway at her brother's place because her sister won't put her up. When the three stop at a diner to get some food, they are then attacked by the locals and the fire department because they're just that angry. After a long chase and a shootout, they are then saved by a mysterious car. In that car, a white woman pops out and she stares at them, like, very uncomfortably. Atticus is frustrated when he's trying to find the bridge that leads to Ardham, like bridge to Terabithia. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Moving on, a sheriff pulls up behind them and claims that they are in a sundown state and they need to get out of town before sundown or else they're gonna get killed. Cause yeah, that happened. After driving a whopping 25 miles per hour, our three make it out of the town safely. Psych, Uno reverse. They thought they made it out the county safely, but there were other cops waiting for them. They are then captured and brought into the woods just to be executed. However, their plans are halted when they hear shrieks in the night. These shrieks turn out to be monsters that started attacking everybody. Letitia and Atticus, being as young as they are, they started picking feet. They were gone. They managed to find a cabin, but not quick enough because the cops were right behind them and held them at gunpoint, forcing them to let them in. They quickly realize that George isn't with them. Atticus wants to go and rescue George, but is held at gunpoint and is not allowed to leave the cabin. They then realize that the sheriff was bitten by one of the monsters. George somehow makes it to the cabin, reveals that he only had a flashlight and the monster didn't attack him, meaning that the monsters were scared of the light. Atticus volunteers as tribute to run to the car and get some more light. The sheriff, being the dickhead he is, says no and forces Letitia to go. But little did he know, Letitia was an all-star track athlete in high school, and she was not joking when she said that, cause she was gone. She hit feet. And not once did she look back. While at the cabin, the sheriff that was already bitten starts to turn into one of the monsters. George and Atticus try to urge the other cop to shoot the sheriff, but he didn't, leading to his own death. Before the monster can attack Atticus and George, Letitia comes in and saves the day by driving the car into the cabin. Before the group can make a stand, the monsters are caught off by a high-pitched whistle. By morning, the group finds the bridge to Terabithia, to Ardham. They walk up to a lodge and notice that the car that previously saved them is parked there. They knock the door and a white man reveals himself, saying that he's been expecting them. Now you're caught up with the first episode of Lovecraft Country. Adios.